Throwing makeshift memorial tonight for the 8 people killed at the music festival. A packed crowd rushed towards the stage last night. People started passing out. Some were trampled and others suffered from cardiac arrest. Now, and tonight, Scott opened up about the tragedy on Instagram.
I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated.
And the victims range in age from 14 to 27. Authorities are also looking into reports of a possible drug spiking incident.
Now, there were about 50,000 people in that crowd.
And tonight we spoke with 2 of them, including a local man who relied on his Marine training to survive. Here's KCO 9's Rick Montanez with their stories and the new video.
Shouts from the crowd moments before a music festival in Houston took a deadly turn. You could see worry on some of the faces in the crowd.
I took a deep breath, I held it, and whenever it opened up, the push reversed, I released and breathed again, and it was really hard to breathe for sure.
In the crowd, Arcadia resident Lucas Naccarati. He says people were packed in so tight he couldn't even reach up to touch his face. Moments after rapper Travis Scott began performing, Naccarati says the packed-in crowd started getting crushed. A few people even went into cardiac arrest.
Immediately when we got pushed back and we fell is when I thought, dude, you cannot fall. If you fall, you're gonna die. Like, you just cannot fall. I remember thinking, do not fall, do not fall, do not fall. That's when I kicked my leg back, stepped on anything I could.
Unfortunately, that included other people. Naccarati says he could see people getting hurt, passing out. A situation he says his military training and lessons from his brother, an MD, prepared him for.
I just immediately was like, this is what my brother taught me and what the Marines taught me. And I started doing CPR. And I mean, I remember for my thought was I just remember thinking of the Staying Alive song.
He says he helped a woman start breathing again. There was also a man he tried to help, but isn't sure whether he survived. Also in the terrified crowd, Houston-based nurse Madeline Eskins. She says she passed out.
You were so crowded you couldn't even move your legs. You couldn't lift an arm up. I passed out. Thank God for my boyfriend Sam. If he would not have kept me from hitting the ground, I surely would have gotten trampled.
After being crowd surfed to safety, she says she and many others began life-saving measures, helping the unsure of what would happen next.
The risk mitigation just seemed to be lacking. The experience of security guards with not doing CPR. Some security guards are like, can you guys?
Naccarati says he suffered injuries to his back, his shoulders, and his feet. Fortunately, that is all. He says he'll be flying home to Southern California soon. Rick Montanez, KCAL 9 News.